Well, I suppose after a few years of working in the corporate world, having been a journalist beforehand, I'd grown pretty frustrated by the way that people spoke to each other, the way people communicated with each other. I had come from a world where our job had been to get the most amount of information across using the fewest amount of words, into a world where you kind of got the least amount of information across using the most amount of words. I wanted to produce a guide that would help people speak and write clearly. There's too much in the corporate world of using words but obscuring meaning, what we all call jargon. Obviously there's a lot of books about jargon, but it's a little bit more than that. I think we use language now that is dehumanizing, and for example, it's much easier to fire someone when you regard them as being a human resource. We have human resources departments. Well, that puts us on the same level as coal. And you don't get fired anymore, you get restructured. So it's much easier for a chief executive to restructure a human resource out of its job than to fire Bob, who's worked there for 25 years. So language is very important. I mean, George Orwell was onto this in the 1940s. You use language can be used to obscure things, when actually we should be using our language to make our meaning clearer. And when you use language to make your meaning clearer, you will stand out from the crowd. People will notice you. So much of what goes on in the corporate world, what is written and spoken in the corporate world, is kind of platitudinous waffle. And we use these words, we hide behind this jargon because perhaps maybe we're all a little bit insecure about our jobs, we want to sound like the rest, we want to be part of the gang, but actually the people who really do succeed in business are the ones who are able to articulate their ideas in the clearest possible terms, using short words, plain English. I've always felt that it's not a good idea, or you don't understand the idea, if you can't articulate that idea in the shortest, clearest way possible. And that's what this book, I hope, is going to help people to do.